Felix Dennis begins, How to Get Rich with a Provocative Truth. Most people will never be rich because they simply don't want it badly enough. It's not about wishing or dreaming, it's about obsession. He doesn't romanticize wealth building. Instead, he calls it a compulsion, something closer to madness than ambition. He writes, If you are unwilling to fail, sometimes publicly and even catastrophically, you stand very little chance of ever getting rich. Dennis isn't offering false hope. He's daring readers to question whether they have the fire required to endure the brutal path to wealth. From the beginning, Dennis insists that fear is the greatest enemy of wealth. Not market crashes, not bad luck. Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of embarrassment. Fear of losing the comfort of the present for the uncertainty of the future. He argues that most people are paralyzed by fear and use it as a justification for inaction. Fear of failing in the eyes of the world is the single biggest impediment to amassing wealth, he warns. To become rich, you must be able to act despite fear, to ignore the laughter of others, and to push forward when common sense tells you to quit. Central to Dennis's philosophy is the idea of ownership. He doesn't mince words when he says, ownership is not the most important thing. It is the only thing that counts. Getting rich by working for someone else is nearly impossible. Equity is king. The person who owns the company, not the one who works the hardest, will always be the one who gets truly rich. Dennis urges readers to retain control of their business at all costs, even if that means being greedy or unpopular. Giving away equity too early or too easily is a rookie mistake that he believes has cost countless entrepreneurs their fortunes. Dennis also shatters the myth of the genius idea. He claims that ideas are cheap, abundant, and largely irrelevant on their own. What matters is execution. The follow-through, the execution, is 1,000 times more important than a great idea, he says. Having a brilliant concept means nothing if you don't have the stamina, the discipline, and the willingness to work like a dog to bring it to life. Dennis emphasizes that those who succeed are rarely the most intelligent or the most creative, but they are always the most determined. Another pillar of Dennis's message is focus. The world is full of distractions, and chasing multiple ventures at once is a recipe for mediocrity. He believes that those who get rich are usually obsessive to the point of being unpleasant. They aren't balanced. They don't work hard and play hard. They work harder than everyone else for longer, with more intensity and with fewer excuses. You are a wild pig rooting for truffles, he writes. It's an image that captures the singular, relentless, sometimes ugly pursuit of wealth that he champions throughout the book. Yet Dennis is not a one-man band. He also believes in the power of building a team, but not just any team. He urges entrepreneurs to hire people who are smarter than them and to delegate effectively. Many business owners fail because they cling to control over every detail. Dennis argues that you must be willing to let go of operational work and focus on strategy, risk, and vision. Delegation, he says, is not weakness. It's one of the most powerful tools for building wealth. Selling a company is another topic Dennis tackles with clarity and bluntness. He advises selling when you're strong, not when you're desperate. Your companies are not your babies, he says. They are tools for acquiring wealth. Emotional attachment to a business can be dangerous. He believes that knowing when to sell is an art, and that exiting at the right time can be the difference between a modest success and transformative wealth. He repeatedly warns against letting ego or sentiment cloud financial decisions. Perhaps the most unexpected element of How to Get Rich is Dennis's emotional honesty. He does not present wealth as a cure-all or a guaranteed source of happiness. In fact, he reflects on the loneliness, paranoia, and regret that wealth often brings. Making money is certainly not a thing to be avoided. It can be a great deal of fun, but it is not a thing to be worshipped. He confesses that the pursuit of riches came at a personal cost. If given the chance to do it over, he says, he would have stopped earlier. After securing just enough to live freely, so he could spend his remaining years writing poetry and planting trees. In the end, Dennis strips away the fantasy from the concept of getting rich. He offers no shortcuts, no passive income fantasies, no overnight success stories. He lays bare the brutal truth that wealth requires obsession, sacrifice, and an almost unreasonable level of risk tolerance. But he also offers a clear, practical map, one drawn from his own experience of building a publishing empire from nothing. His voice is coarse but honest, his advice sometimes uncomfortable but always real. For anyone truly ready to sacrifice comfort, fear, and convention in pursuit of fortune, How to Get Rich is both a warning and a guide.